I'm not sure if anyone saw this coming, but apparently the Alvin and the Chipmunks franchise is on sale, and you can have it at the low price of $300 million. Holy shit! Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to Regular Josh 1. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. Alvin and the Chipmunks has been a franchise that I'm sure many people have grown up with at this point. Whether it be back in the late 50s with their most famous song, the Chipmunk Song, or otherwise known as Christmas Time, in the 80s when they were officially named Alvin and the Chipmunks and had their second animated series that ran for almost 10 years, right after their first animated series called The Alvin Show, in the late 2000s when the live-action movies started coming out, which came out with 4 movies, and more recently the late 2010s with their third animated series, Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's been around for quite some time. Everybody knows these 3 chipmunks so far. In fact, I would argue that these are the most famous chipmunks out there. Well, okay, maybe after Chip and Dale, but they're still pretty close. The Bagdasarian family has kept the franchise afloat for years. I mean, how can you blame them? They've been fairly successful. Also, we're talking about 3 anthropomorphic chipmunks that sing and live normal lives among humans. It's that kind of ridiculousness that we all live for, let's be real. However, I guess the Bagdasarians can't hold on to them forever because they are planning to let the chipmunks go. No, I don't mean that we will never see any content from them. I mean, trust me, with how Hollywood is right now, they are not going anywhere. But it was recently reported that the owners are looking to sell the franchise for a whopping $300 million. I am not kidding. And what's a little crazier is that they supposedly are already in talks with some potential buyers, with Viacom CBS being one of them. Now, from the articles that I have read, there doesn't really seem to be much of an explanation as to why they're selling the franchise, but this isn't actually their first time doing this. About 4 years ago, they were planning on selling the company, but they never really reached a deal, and so clearly that didn't fall through. We'll see if a deal is actually reached this time around, and who is the lucky one to officially acquire Alvin and the Chipmunks. It wouldn't surprise me, though, if the current owners would still have some sort of ownership in the franchise. If it's still a big moneymaker, of course they're gonna want to keep profiting on it as well. They wouldn't just sell all of it to someone else. They're certainly going to keep some sort of percentage of the franchise. That's mainly how this works in the business. Now, I am no expert on this topic whatsoever, but this is my take. Studios are always looking to expand the amount of content that they provide, and if one of them is a TV or movie franchise that has been around for a while, or really anything that has been proven successful over time, that's potentially big money for whoever is able to own them. For the Chipmunks, not only would this mean that all of the TV shows, movies, and probably songs will be officially owned by said studio company, but it also means that they have the rights to create even more content with them. Take a look at Netflix, for example. Before the more recent acquisition of Roald Dahl's IPs, Netflix announced some animated shows and movies based on many of his popular stories. With them now owning the IP, they're able to make many adaptations now that can expand to games, movies, live theater, you name it. So whoever purchases the Chipmunk franchise, they'll be able to create more content with that underneath their belt. Could this be a big move? Well, depending on who buys this franchise, definitely. I expect that we'll probably end up getting an animated movie based on the Chipmunks in the future. It wouldn't surprise me at all. You might even get a new series or a continuation of the current one, if that one's still going on. And hey, you might even get some more songs with them as well. You never know. I'm sure whoever ends up buying them might have some big things planned. It's going to be interesting to see where this all goes. So, what do you guys think of all this? Are you guys a fan of Alvin and the Chipmunks? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to be notified of my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.
Baby.